Hi everyone, how you doing? Design team member Toni here. Quite excited to be with you today. I'm just going to be putting together a quick little layout. As you see, I have done a little bit of preparing just to sort of be prepared, be ready, a bit nervous. First time I've done something like this. And I'm quite excited that it's with you guys today. I'm just waiting for a couple of people to get on, just waiting for the notifications to come up. There we go. A quick little layout. Turn that down. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. There we go. Feel free to add comments if you want to. I just thought I'd give you a quick little rundown before I begin this. Let's just do a couple of quick little reminders about what's been happening here this weekend. So we've actually got a few challenges on Friday. We had a challenge 1, which was set by Jane. It was to use your favourite colour or choose one colour and then use the basic white with one rules. I chose pink, of course, because that is my favourite colour. It also happens to match in with the colours that my cousin and I are wearing. The extra part of the challenge was to write down a childhood memory or to capture a childhood memory. Challenge 2 was set by Julie, and it was to use purple, chipboard, ink or stamping, and also to add some bling. I've got a few little bits of bling in there as well. And then finally today, challenge 3 was my challenge, which I'm very excited to be here with you to share. It's very easy, back to basics, nice and simple, white with gold, and to use a black and white photo. So I thought that today we might do a quick little scrap along of basically me just doing another gold page that would fit in with the challenge. You don't have to craft along with me if you don't want to, but I just thought it might be a nice little simple inspiration to keep you guys going hopefully over the next week. And don't forget that challenges are open all week, and you do have until I believe Friday to get your challenges in. We've also got some games happening as well this weekend. So game number 1 was the scavenger hunt, where we were asked to collect a certain amount of things and take a photo to upload it to the page, to the thread. Game 2 is to guess a weight of bling packet. Now, I know that packet looks actually quite big, bigger than what you may think it does. So I'm very interested and intrigued on how big it's going to weigh. Game 3 is A to Z on flowers. I did look at this game and I was actually going to join in, but my problem is I know nothing about flowers. I think it got to G and I was like, giant one, and then I was like H, huge one. You know, I'm like incredibly beautiful. I don't know. I'm not a flower person, unfortunately, but I do love scrolling through and having a look at them. So let's get started on our page today. Again, it's just a scrap along. You don't need to have anything prepared yourself. It's just a fun little thing to do. While we're all sort of sitting and waiting and that sort of thing. All right, there we go. Okay, I've just sent out a couple little shares as well, which might get a few more on. So like I said, I did do a quick little preparing. I've got the basics for how I want it and what I want. And I've cut this out already with my die cut. This one's from Colour Blast. And it says, "No one is you, and that is your superpower." So I chose gold because my youngest son Hunter is actually obsessed with gold. It's his favorite color. He loves it. And a few months ago I started to buy like a whole heap of gold things. Anything gold I could find, I jumped in and tried to grab as much as I could. And then when Jane mentioned about the crop and said, would you like to, you know, choose a challenge? Absolutely. I was so excited and so keen for it that, of course, nothing else would go except the gold. To go with this challenge today, there is a prize up for grabs. And I basically just let it all be gold themed. I'm a bit of an all-round scrapper. I don't really have a style. I enjoy learning new techniques, and you know, I allow my designs and creativities to spread with my passions. I've been a part of many design teams over the years, and I've really I took a big break a couple of years ago, and I didn't touch anything in my crafting room for years. I came back and finally got back into some challenges. Thankfully, Jane at Crafting with at White with One blog has allowed me to come on and really flourish with new ideas and techniques. So I'm really excited with that. And basically, that prize pack is up for grabs for someone who joins in with my gold challenge today or this week. Alright, so let's get started. Now, I am not exclusive to any manufacturer, any brand, any company. I do try to support as many local businesses here in Australia as much as I possibly can. However, with my local store being well over 2 hours away, I do tend to pop down to my local Spotlight, which is actually about half an hour or so away. So this star transparent sheet is American Crafts, but it does come from Spotlight. I'm going to start off by cutting that at about 9 inches. You'll notice today that all the products that I use will come from all those different companies. And because I'm going to use some Express-It tape, this is my favourite tape to use, and I've also got the Tombow glue. It is being harder and harder in Australia to try and find the glue, but I do love it, and I try to use it as much as I can. Now, because we actually see the tape and the glue behind this sheet, I'm basically just going to add it here in the middle where I've got a rough idea of what I want, how I'm going to place the gold glitter. So I just want to find my placement, and then I'm going to add a little bit of mixed media stuff underneath it. So this cool little foam stamp, I'm going to be using the star design, and it's actually from Mel at Scrapping Clearly, I believe, something like that. Sorry if I've said that wrong, I do apologise. I just attended a retreat last week, and this came in some of the kits. Hi Marlene, how you doing? I hope you're having fun this weekend. I hope you're getting some craft in. So again, keeping my plastic there, I'm just going to judge. So I really just want to put it down the side here. And remember, there's no right or wrong. So the gold I'm using is Card Deco Essentials. It's a platinum gold. It really has a shimmer. And you'll notice throughout this project I will be using different items from different stores, different brands. go. I really wanted that over on that side. Okay. So I'm not actually going to stick anything down just yet. I want to make sure that it's going to be where I want it to go. And that is sort of going to sit. I would love a gap either side. And it's just going to have a couple of layers basically. To layer and mat. So of course, having a 4x6 photo, I'm going to have to make sure that I leave enough of an over mat on the bottom. So that will roughly be, so I'm going to need this white piece to be, say, 6 1/4. How about my trimmer? Now you guys can use a trimmer, you can use your craft knife, it's entirely up to you. I just like a trimmer personally, it's just a little bit easier for me to use. And then this one, of course, we want to have the extra mat on the bottom as well, so we're going to go 6 1/2. Now this isn't a class, please don't feel like you have to duplicate or remake what I'm doing. It's really just a craft along to try and get you guys inspired and just know how easy it is to throw something together and how quick it can be to throw something together. I tend to be a quick scrapper, whether I'm doing a very simple and easy page like this. I'm not going to put any embellishments on this page, just so you guys know that it will be a quick page, but it's okay. It's okay to not go overboard, and even when you do go overboard, that's all right as well. But we want to keep it nice and simple today, just as an inspiration. And the fact that it's got the boys on it, the fact that it's like this glitter paper and the transparent is just so amazing that it just shines. And I don't want to take anything away from featuring the gold and featuring the boys. So still going with a little bit of mixed media at the back, I'm going to add a few more goodies. So this one's Colour Blast as well. I do love Colour Blast. I've just recently become more and more aware of their products, even though I've really liked their papers for quite a while now. I'm just getting used to more of their mixed media products, more of their stamps, more of their stencils, all of that sort of thing. So again, I'm going to place this underneath, and following the white with one rules, we actually are allowed a little bit of black or grey with our stamping and stuff like that. So I'm going to follow those rules, and I'm going to add a bit of black. This one is a very old Versacolor black. We've all got loads of these in our stash. I have a whole drawer full. I love them. I swear by them. I know that there's so many different inks on the market today that people say, no, use this one, use that one. But I basically just sort of use what I want to use and what works for me, best for me. Hi, Roslyn. How you doing? I hope you are having a crafty weekend as well. I've been at my desk most of the weekend. I've really enjoyed it. I've had a workshop with actually a creative memories workshop over yesterday. I've really enjoyed doing that. It's the first time I've done any sort of creative memories in probably about 10 or 15 years. They're a little bit different. It's a little bit more basic than what I'm used to, and you know what? Sometimes for me, that's a good thing. Not having to think too much isn't a bad thing sometimes. So again, we're going to line that up. I'm basically going to eyeball it and sort of keep my finger there and hope for the best. I know that some of you will probably be cringing and going, what is she doing and why is she doing that? But I tend to be a lazy scrapper. That's probably why I'm a quick scrapper, because I just eyeball things, I go with it, And you know what? If it doesn't turn out how I want it to turn out, yeah, that's okay too. We can always hide things if we need to. It's no big deal. Because you know what? No one knows that things don't turn out right except for me. And now you, I suppose, because we're watching. But you can keep a secret, yeah? You won't tell anyone that it's turned out wrong, I hope. Okay. So as you can see, you can't notice the... See where I'm going to stick my tape? You're not going to be able to see that once I put stuff on top. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Any more? Actually, you know what? I think I will throw a little bit more stuff on the background. I might go with a couple of stars from this same stamp collection. Now, I do apologise also for my terribly dirty stamping blocks. I use a lot of Stays On, and it tends to stay on everything, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me, but I hadn't thought of that too much when it came time to actually show other people my room, my supplies, the stuff that I use. I'm just going to randomly stamp a few things. Now up the top, so where did we have that one before? There. So again, I'm just eyeballing it just up here. And we might go there and there. I love these stars. I have a saying with my boys that, you know how you say the moon and the stars and all that, and I love, love, love that saying. And I've always said that my boys are my moon and my stars. There we go. So how are you all today? I'd love to know how we're all going. How's everyone going in the different restrictions throughout the country? Up here in central Queensland, we're actually doing okay. We're not bad, but I'm definitely feeling for anyone down south that might still be struggling. You know what? I like that. That looks cool. I'm going to stick down a couple of layers and then pause and add some more. Now, I have to use a pick because my nails, I do get them professionally done, and the, you know, what is it, acrylic or something, the powder stuff that they put on top to harden my nails, because my natural nails, although are quite long, if I leave them with just the nail polish, they, I tend to bite my nails, which is a bad thing. So they put the extra acrylic powder stuff on top to keep them nice and strong. However, with that being thick, I then can't pick up double-sided tape like I usually would. I've gotten quite used to using my pick, and I actually quite like it. I tend to use it even when I don't need to. There we go. I am a clean scrapper as well, so my rubbish is now actually going to go in the bin. And it's okay if you don't do that. It's totally fine. You do what works best for you guys. I just find this works best for me. Now, I was very lucky recently. Again, at Spotlight, they had some specials on tape. I think it was like buy two, get a third for free or something. And they actually happened to be on sale as well. So I stocked up on as much Express-It tape as I possibly could. I got loads of the 12 mil, the one that's a bit smaller as well. I got foam tape, got the normal double-sided tape. I went to town with all the tape ordered. Marlene, so good to hear that you guys are okay down there in Tassie. I believe that the restrictions aren't too bad down there. I hope it's starting to warm up a little bit for you guys too. We've had quite a cool winter, but now as soon as spring hit, oh, didn't we know it? The 1st of September, we knew that spring was here. We've gone straight back up to our 20 plus days. And it's been quite warm. Now, I can't actually tell if that's straight. If it's not, it's fine. Not everything needs to be straight. It's a boys' layout. It's okay if things are crooked, yeah? So we're going to put that one there and the photo here. But under here, under the title, again, I want to do something a bit different. I would love to add some little sploshes underneath. So basically I need to keep it to that half of the paper, don't I? Hi Lynette, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining in. I'm just doing a little craft along. It's nothing too special. It's not a class or anything like that, just a fun little techniques and a little page to put together. I hope everyone enjoys just watching and getting some inspiration. So this one is an alcohol ink by Couture Creations. This one's pitch black. Oh, excellent to hear that it's warming up, Marlene, because I know that Tassie gets so cold. So I've actually added a bit too much here, which I'm a little bit concerned about. So let's just, I know that I probably shouldn't be too concerned about it, but just going to find another piece. Now these bags are things that your stamps come in, any sort of die cuts can come in. I'm going to separate, I'm going to halve them. And I'm going to just spread on, actually I might, so it's great to save things, recycle them if you can. And you'll always find some sort of use for things. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Now let's just check to make sure that's exactly how I wanted it. Oh, don't you just love it when things actually go together and work? Now I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to come back and use it later on. I might use it on an art journal page or something like that. But when even when it dries, when I spray it, it's going to reactivate. Same as the extra bit that I've already pushed off. When I spray it again, it will reactivate. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my ink gold, just ink my edges. Again, just making sure I know I keep doing this, but I just keep checking, keep layering everything, making sure that it's the right, how I want it. What do you think? I think that looks not too bad. I know that the gold now doesn't quite stand out as much as it does on the white, but that's okay too. Like if you wanted to, you don't have to, you know, you can quickly throw that over that side if you really wanted to. But I can tell you here in real life, it's very different to what it is in front of you on the camera, and I can tell you that this absolutely pops. It's pretty incredible, and it pops and just shines on that black background, and it's a bit different. Yeah, cool. I think I'm okay with that. So I'm now going to layer this one. It's quite difficult to get things to stick onto gold glitter. And again, the gold glitter, I believe, is probably an American Crafts piece as well. I got it from Spotlight as well. Now, I'm only double-siding tape 2 edges. You may think, what am I doing? But I'm going to glue. I'm gluing and gluing and gluing and gluing this. Now, I know quite a few people swear by dimensional magic to get things to stick to their gold glitter. But I find this doesn't work too bad either. Make sure that it's really stuck down there. There we go. I'm just wondering if I should make that pop. Again, because I'm not using embellishments, I need to try and give layer and dimension to the page. So I may do that by backing my photo with some foam tape. Now these do actually, you know, I do pick it off with my fingers. My fingers can still pick it off, but like I said before, I still find myself using my pick anyway, just because it's a little bit easier. I am going to ink that with my gold. It's very subtle, but it is quite effective up close, especially on those lighter areas. Okay, cool. Clean up my space. Thank you, Lynette. I did not actually cut the title myself. It is from a die from Colour Blast. I shall show you in a moment. I have just recently found their products in the last probably 6 months or so. Although I've had their paper ranges for quite a while. I do own quite a lot of their paper ranges, and I do really, really enjoy using them. I've not been too much into mixed media in the sense of like, you know, I've only just come to the world of art journaling in that sort of sense as well. So this is the die again from Colour Blast, and it just says no one is you, and that is your superpower. So I just quickly, I did a little bit of prep before I came on, and just quickly cut that out with the with my Big Shot. Okay. Now, usually when I'm creating a page myself, I would actually quickly clean off all my stamps, and I would put them straight back onto the sets and straight back into the packets as soon as I've done. So sort of looking at everything a little bit messy at the moment, it's giving me a bit of a shiver happening, but that's okay. There we go. How does that look? I think that's nice and easy. Very quick page. They do have awesome stamps and dies, Lynette. I've only just been collecting just a handful. I haven't added everything to my collections yet, but this is just the start of my Colour Blast Biardi collections. I've got a few more from the kits that I did in a retreat over the last weekend. And I'm slowly collecting things from there as well. I think there's probably about 4 stencils or so to go into them. So I'm really excited to add some more stuff once I'm finished with those kits. Okay, so I think that's pretty much that done. Is there anything else? Hi Jane, thank you. I'm just thinking if there's anything else that needs to be added. I've got one of my favourite gold pens. And again, Hunter has taken my gold pen and he's taken it to his own art journal and has been doing a lot of drawing classes following YouTube channels. So he actually returned the pen to me, as you might be able to see. He returned it to me pretty dry. So it almost ran out. I did buy him his own at the time when I purchased this, but he decided to, mine obviously is better than his. So yeah. And you know what? I was going to sort of do a bit of a gold border around, but I don't think it needs it. I think I'm going to leave it nice and simple. If I were to draw a line going vertically on this page, it's not going to work. All the lines are facing, you know, the arrows are facing this way. The stamps of the stars and the stars back pattern paper, it's actual lines just aren't going to work. This is, yeah, so let's leave that. Okay, yeah, nice and quick page. That's taken me like less than 30 minutes to do. I'm not going to add, oh, the sun's coming in now, of course. I'm not going to add any extra embellishments or anything to this page. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm sorry, I can't even find where that sun is coming from to try and cover it all the way up there. Okay, now just finally before I go, I'm going to show you very quickly again the prize pack from, so we've got loads of, you know, there's a Colour Blast shimmer pen in there. There's special bows made by Naomi John Redshaw at Scrapbook Fantasies. There's the same ink that gold ink that I just used. There's some gold beads in there. There is a gold alcohol ink, the same as similar to the black one I've just used. However, this one is a pearl, so it will shimmer and shine, and you will love, love, love it. So that's the prize pack for anyone joining in and doing my gold. Yes, Jane, sometimes less is more. And we've also got a Queen Bee pack for anyone that is joining us this weekend. Come in, join us in the challenges, join us in the games. There's plenty of prizes to be up for grabs. This can be yours, and all expenses is covered. You don't pay for any of the postage or anything. That's all covered. Our DT have been amazing this weekend, sharing their inspiration with us. And just a quick little go over again. So this was that sun. I'm so sorry. it's I don't know if it's annoying you, but it's annoying me. So again, this was the gold page that I put up for inspiration for my challenge. The purple for Julie, and I've seen some other DTs with some really beautiful makes, and they're gorgeous. So this stamp here is also from Colour Blast. The gold paper's actually just from Spotlight. The feathers I have fussy cut from the opposite side of this. This is like a galaxy sort of paper. It's so pretty. The chipboard is from Memory Maze, I believe. So, you know, and then there's Kaiser flowers. So as I've said, I just use everything. I just use everything. I believe that die is a Sizzix die or something like that. The paper back here for my challenge 1 inspiration. That is Lemon Craft Blush. The stencils are by Colour Blast. My pens, these I just got from the cheap store. I love these. These are my favourite. They are 0.8 mil. They come in great ranges of colours, and they're so fine and so easy to glide and work with for journaling. The die cut piece is designed and custom made by Alyssa Redshaw at Scrapbook Fantasies. And again, like I said, I'm a bit of an all-round scrapper. I do over the top. I do nice and simple. I'm very quick. If something takes me over an hour and a half to do, it's sort of too long to do it. And it had better be worth doing. So it's, you know, I use all sorts of products. So please don't feel compelled to just shop at one place. Shop at, what, you know, certain brands, certain companies. It's okay to shop around. It's okay to find products that you like and that you enjoy working with. That's the most important thing, is you must enjoy doing what you are doing. We have enough to worry about in today's world with, you know, in a global market, but we also have our own worries. We all, you know, work, family, friends. We have enough going on that the one place that we can sit down and really enjoy and not worry or fuss about upsetting anyone else should be our passion for our crafting. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'm sorry about that, sun. I'll make sure that that's not a problem if I do these again. But that's the layout. As you can see, it is actually quite effective. And you can see the layers around and behind and all that sort of stuff. And up close, I know you can't see it on the video, and I'm so bummed you can't quite see it as good on the video as you can here. But wow, that really does pop out on the background. I know it doesn't look as good on the video, but it is pretty spectacular here in front of me. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate you being here. If you've got anything that you'd like to contribute to the White with One challenges, remember that your entries need to be in by the end of the week. We've got the 3 challenges plus 3 games. You know, there's prizes up for grabs. So throw together something. Doesn't need to be much. This only took me less than half an hour, and it's pretty cool. It's an effective layout. All right, well, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for coming. See you next time. And it was a pleasure. Stay safe, everyone. Bye. Happy scrapping.